All right, let's talk about an East Coast artist. Lauryn Hill. Lauryn Hill got on stage to a concert full of paying fans after arriving hours late. Yeah. And she said, y'all are lucky that I show up at all at these shows.
She's wrong for that.
As someone, listen, I don't do live shows.
Yeah.
Right? I've done a few here and there. It's not really my thing. But as someone who does live shows for a living, whose income primarily depends from putting asses in the seats, people spending their money, getting a babysitter, doing their hair, doing their makeup, buying a new outfit, making arrangements, maybe taking a night off from their job, whatever else, to go show up to an event that you're supposed to perform at. Can you imagine getting up on stage and saying, y'all are lucky I even show up at all?
Hell no. One of my pet peeves is tardiness. I'm always on time. You know,
this is true.
I try to show
I was a few minutes late today. You're like, you still showed up?
I try to show up early, as a matter of fact, because I can't stand tardiness.
Yes.
But then, for all the reasons you said, you know, these are people that essentially are responsible for you keeping your lights on.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So they have to be treated with a certain amount of respect. I just think she was out of pocket for that. And you know, it's sad because she's such an amazing artist. She's what the game needs today instead of this Simply Red chick. You know,
Sexy Red?
Sexy Red. I heard a song recently and she goes, that ain't nobody, that's just my baby daddy. He my sperm donor. She made Cardi B look like Celine Dion. Dude, like this is not what we need as a culture. And Lauryn Hill, dignified, sophisticated, doubly powerful singer and rapper. The Miseducation of Lauryn Hill is you know,
one of the greatest albums of all time, of any genre.
I'm mad
she made something, and it won all the Grammys. It won like 6 or 7 Grammys or something that year. It swept the Grammys.
I'm mad
including
she made
album
us
of the
wait
year
for another album. Why is she not making like she again? There are people. I call it a Barry Sanders. It's just unexplained. Like Chris Tucker only appearing in Friday movies. You know, certain people where you just go, why are you pulling a Jim Brown? As great as you are, you gave us a taste, and now you don't do nothing.
Yeah.
I don't understand it.
Well, I remember there was this tweet that went viral, and it was this woman who said, yo, I bought these tickets for this Lauryn Hill album. I got a babysitter. I took out time from work. I drove 3 hours to see this show. My greatest fear was that she would show up late. And they showed the picture. Lauryn Hill concert canceled.
Oh, it was canceled.
It was just canceled.
So this is a different concert?
It was a different concert. Oh, because shortly after that whole tirade about y'all lucky I show up at all, she canceled the rest of her shows. And I also heard that her voice doesn't sound very good on stage. I
wonder if there's something else going on, like drugs or...
You know what I think? This is what I think. Not everyone in this entertainment game wants to keep doing it to their dying day. You know, like a Tony Bennett or, you know what I mean? Someone who just likes to perform and really loves the art and loves the audience and loves that. Some people are just doing it for a check.
But to put it in perspective a little bit, some people also don't want to keep doing it because of how the business is. The treatment, the shit you got to...
We're talking about shows, though. A show is a show. You get your front end and then you get your back end. The end. It's not like a record deal.
I know, but nobody just does one thing. It's all that the business encompasses.
She doesn't do music anymore. She performs her old songs. You can't say this is a music industry thing. She does shows. She's a legacy artist. She performs her old songs from Lauryn Hill's Miseducation, from the Fugees.
You just said you don't do live shows, right?
Yeah.
So how would you know what the grind is like?
Oh, I don't.
So then why are you speaking out of turn?
What I'm saying is, but this is my point, not everyone likes to do that particular thing. What I think is that she doesn't like to do live shows. She's just over it.
Okay, but
she's just over it. But she has to do it because it's paying her bills.
But we don't know that that's the only thing. You still have to deal with promoters. There's still the traveling.
Yes.
There's still, you know,
The whole thing
the
around
whole
it.
thing around
I get
it. Okay.
I think she just doesn't like it. But she has to do it because I remember she had like tax problems not too long ago. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're not paying the IRS, that means that your money's fucked up. Right?
Yeah.
And I think she doesn't like it. But she has to do it because she needs the income for whatever reason.
Then it must be some drug shit going on. Because if that's your circumstance and you canceling shows, then something else is going on.
Well, not only are you canceling shows, she's notorious for like decades of just showing up massively late every time.
Yeah, there's something else going on.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But you're showing up, so you're still traveling and you're still going to the hotel and you're still blah, blah, blah. You're still showing up to a whole room of pissed off people that are probably like hissing and booing and whatever else. And
I don't think once she performs, they're booing.
I think
once she performs, if her talent is what it is.
From what I heard, now I've never seen her show, but I've seen the comments and everything else like that. People are saying that her voice is not really that great anymore.
Really?
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like she's older now. She's like 50, I think. And, you know, not everyone keeps their voice up. I mean, I don't know if you ever saw like, for example, like a Rick James. If you ever heard him singing at the end, he sounded awful.
Yeah, but a lot of that too, though, is abuse.
Yeah.
Because if you're not abusing yourself, Patti LaBelle still can blow.
Yeah.
Stevie Wonder's still a Stevie Wonder.
Bruce Springsteen still could, really sing well.
Yeah, a lot of that.
Bono from U2.
Right.
Yeah, a lot of these guys are really phenomenal, even in older age. But yeah, some people that are smoking their whole life and drinking and drugs and anything else like that. But I don't know, man. Like that whole y'all are lucky I showed up at all is just like
that's
like I understand. Okay, look, if you're like, hey, listen, man, my kids are having a birthday party. I want they're fans of yours, Vlad. I want you to do me a favor. I know you're busy. I need you to just show up as a favor for my kids. And it's like, all right, I can't really do it, but all right, I might be late, whatever. And it's like, okay, man, listen, y'all lucky I showed up at all because I'm not getting paid for this and this is a favor and I got some paid shit right after this and I'm giving up some other money, whatever. Okay, I'm doing you a favor. You lucky I showed up at all. I would never say that because that's rude, but I'm probably thinking that in my head.
Yeah.
But if you got a whole auditorium full of people who paid.
Yeah. I agree with you.
That's a spit in the face.
Yeah. That
is a spit in the goddamn face,
yeah.
man. And like I said, I think the backlash was so bad that she just canceled the rest of her shows.
Damn.
And you're absolutely right. She could have been, she's still considered one of the greats even with that one album because it was so great. But like, imagine if she had just dropped a few more albums.
Yeah.
Because it was so good.
Yeah.
I listened to it recently. I'm like, damn, like this is fucking really good.
Yeah.